Hey don't really know how else to say this for real, but ever since I got baptized, I've just felt so lonely. And I mean this like spiritually. Even physically. Like it's crazy. Like I'm surrounded by people who love me, people who want to see me succeed, people who want to see me go far in life. But it still feels like I'm alone because there's not many people who I know who are trying to, you know, get stronger spiritually, who are trying to grow a relationship with God. I I wish that I was surrounded by more people who wants to grow a stronger relationship with God. But not just want to, but who's also actively putting in the work to do so. Because yes, there's a lot of people who, they want to grow a relationship with God. They want to, develop more spiritually. There's a lot of people who just want to learn about God, but that doesn't mean that you're trying to put in the work. You know, a lot of people don't want to change their habits. They rather just, keep going to the club, keep smoking, keep drinking, keep trying to talk to lustful guys, lustful women. They want to be around people who objectify them because they're just used to that lifestyle. But, you know, I'm only 20 years old. I I've never drank in my life. I've never smoked in my life. I've never did any substances, nothing like that. And that stuff just doesn't interest me, like at all. I don't know how it does interest people, but that's not the discussion that we want to talk that we're here for. It's just the fact that there's so many differences between me and my peers because on different we're not equally yoked. We're on different stages in lives. I mean, oh my goodness, we are on different paths in our lives. I have different struggles than my coworkers or my peers. I personally have a porn addiction, which has led to me having a masturbation addiction. And it's hard because I was exposed to it at such a young age. I was exposed to that at such a young age. So like, my mind as a 10-year old, as a 9-year old, I was seeing things that I should not be seeing. I was watching people indulge in what's supposed to be the most sacred, most intimate act ever. But they just put it out on the hub or, other sites. And it's just like, dang, that junk messes you up as a little kid. You're not supposed to be seeing that at that age. And unfortunately, because I've seen porn at an earlier age, it makes me fantasize about women, lust after women, and it hurts me because that's just how do I say this? That's just something that I just don't want to do. I don't like the feeling of lusting after people. I want to look at people as humans. I want to take them for who they are. I don't want to objectify people. I don't want people to think I objectify them. I don't want them to feel like I'm objectifying them. It it also sucks because like, I might look at certain people, I'm like just speak to them in hopes of me being able to, get to the point where me and that person is having sex. And that right there in itself is so dangerous. I don't wanna lust after people anymore. I wanna yearn for someone. Oh, I crashed. I wanna yearn for someone. I want to have somebody yearn for me. I want to be able to tell somebody my deepest, darkest secrets. I want to tell somebody, my dreams. I want to listen to somebody talk to me about their dreams, their aspirations, their hope, their goals. And I want it to just be that. I want it to be innocent. I want it to be a healthy type of intimacy. Not something where it's like I have an ulterior motive, and the motive being like I'm only talking to you like this so that way we can end up having sex, hopefully. It's not what I want to do. I hope people don't look at me in that light. I hope people see me and they just want to talk to me because they think I'm just so cool. Ooh. But unfortunately, we live in a world. Okay, they loud. They're so loud. They are so loud. Hold up. Going back onto like me getting baptized, it was one of the best days of my life. I told my ex to come see me get baptized, and she seen me get baptized, and she was so proud of me, and I was happy that she was proud of me. Um, yeah, I realize now that once again that it's just my eyes just open to how much I was sinning, and it's just so hard trying to change yourself because there's just so many habits that you have to cut out of your life now. So many habits that I have to cut out of my life. I want to talk about the struggles of trying to desexualize your brain because it's so much porn thrown in your face, bro. There's half naked women on Instagram Reels. Shoot, not even half naked. That's being generous. They're basically naked, bro. There's same thing on TikTok. Same stuff. That's just being heavily advertised through our TV shows, through movies, through magazines. There's so much smut in books, and it's just like, it's just like, how can somebody desexualize their brain if so much promiscuity is promoted like so heavily, so it's like it's become a norm. So it's like, why would people even think to try to desexualize their brains if this is something that's normal, something that's viewed as normal, something that's viewed as okay by society? And I don't know, there's not enough, it's not enough hate thrown towards, thrown towards, promiscuity, I feel. I don't know, man. It's just, I just feel like I stick out like a sore thumb, man. Being a Christian in a society where Christianity is looked at as a red flag half the time. They're like, "Oh, you a Christian, man? You boring. Oh, you a Christian, man? You don't know how to have fun. Are you a Christian? You don't want to do this." When it's like, bro, I actually have a whole lot of personality. My personality doesn't just revolve around sinning, you know, getting drunk or just talking about having sex with any and everybody, you know. That's not all I talk about. That's not all I have to offer. But, you know, that's the society we live in, man. That's the society we unfortunately live in. Christianity. But the good thing is, I know this might just be a process that I have to go through in life where God's probably just telling me like, look, man, you're gonna go through a season of solitude. You're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel like you're out of place. You're going to feel like nobody likes you. You're going to feel like the world hates you or whatever it is. But just trust and believe in me. Just hold my hand through it all, and I will guide you. I think that's what he's telling me. To lean on his understanding and not my own. That's that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. But yeah, if you guys made it to the end of this, man, thank you. Thank you. I don't I don't really think I have anything else to say. But I appreciate you for viewing this video, indulging in this content. Later.